Says we're live on YouTube. Should be live on Facebook. I'm going to try to do Emix Social. Should say one comment coming through.
Yep.
Let's turn on. Let's see. Matt House will probably sneak in again. Because we've already been live for 2 minutes and 30 seconds. I think I got the volume a little louder than I normally have it. Sounds okay.
Rich is in YouTube.
Rich is in YouTube.
Good. Hey, party people.
Hey, Rich Vibes. How are you doing? I was looking at the wrong screen. Oh, I see ya. Yeah. Warning, the stream contains bitrate is lower than the recommended bitrate. Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh.
Ruh-roh. I got a bitrate warning. I've never seen that before.
Add more bits, quick.
Yeah. I wish it says open widget. Should I play with it? We recommend. Warning. Stream. We recommend that you use a stream of 600. Wow. 6,800 and I only have 2,300. That's a big difference.
Yes.
How do we fix that? Especially we're live already.
Go to the bit store and get a bundle.
Yeah.
Go through self-checkout.
Rich Fives just got home from a wedding.
He's always got a party.
Yeah. Well, he gets paid to party.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, he's a DJ, so.
All right, the music's gonna be coming on soon. We can't talk, right?
Oh well, yeah. In a second. Yeah, we shouldn't talk during the intro because the mics are still not muted on the automations. But it's coming. It's coming. We just remembered. I forgot to do that. One. Yay!
Hello.
Ah, there he is. The man himself. Ah, you're muted.
I muted myself so I wouldn't make noise during the intro. I needed to grab a drink. Hi, Stuart. Hi, Laura.
Hi. I got my drink today, too.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, she just turned off the Laura.
Hold on. I got discombobulated because I'm not... together. Okay. Voice in and go.
And go. Hey, Roy.
Roy.
He's got a new control.
Roy's.
Roy?
Well, that's his channel. Control Alt Roy. Yeah.
He does his morning talks on there. He does his behind the scenes. It's miscellaneous channel, and I love it.
Yeah, sometimes you got to spread out a little bit if you want to have different subjects. Yeah.
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 Yeah, we were having fun the other day with making the cartoons and everything.
Oh yeah, ChatGPT. Once you pay for it, there's a lot of it unlocks a lot of things.
I don't know if you saw the ones I posted of me and Stuart walking in the park, and then the library one.
Well, I saw the library one.
Yeah.
I don't know if I saw the other one. I saw the library one.
It was so cute. He's like, "What can we do?" I was like, "We just kept going." And then we got to a point. It said that we maxed. What is it? It said we maxed out.
Max out something with the graphics,
and it said it needs to cool down for 5 minutes.
Yeah, cooldown period because we were doing too many prompts too fast. I guess.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
We were like, "Is it 5 minutes yet?"
Yeah. Then we'd ask it, "How long is a cooldown period?" They're like, "You're probably okay by now." And I'm like, "Okay." It speaks in plain English. You plain English speak to it, and it's amazing. You know.
I mean, we just kept going and going and going, and we were like, "Oh my god, we maxed out."
But small things, it was hard to do small things. Like I wanted to add more gray to my beard, and then something else in the picture would change, and I was just like, "Why is now Laura's vest is open?" So I looked a little heavier. I'm like, but it didn't put the gray beard, and I'm like, "What?" So it's kind of glitchy in a way. I mean, it's still amazing, but it's still it's hard to get a perfect image.
And then it kept putting the wrong logo on, right?
Yeah, because I was playing with my logo at one point, so it already knew my logo. So I was like, add the logo to my shirt, and it did it fine the one time. But as I did more tweaks, like I was saying, like make me look a little thinner or whatever, the logo would break up, and it wrote it wrong on the shirt. It looked nice, but it wasn't my logo. So I was like, oh, I can't win. So you just kind of had to go with some of them the way they were, as close as they were.
Yeah. Hey, that's the way you play the game.
Yeah.
Roy's sort of an AI wizard.
Even when we did the running one, it came out like so perfect. The first one with me running on the track.
Yeah.
And it had the little running thing.
Yeah,
I was like,
number.
I like that one.
Yeah. Yeah. It worked better than I thought it would. I mean, I guess it's worth the $20 if you need the logos and thumbnails and I really signed up for it because I was in the middle of that bid for that job in Manhattan.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And I hit a limit. It said, "Oh, you can't ask any more questions till 8:30 tonight." I'm like, I plan to be done by 8:30 tonight. I was like, well, no way. I was like, I get my credit card real fast and yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
He roped you in.
Yeah. Well, the worst time, I was like, oh my god, you can fix this now by putting your credit card number in.
A credit card coming in handy.
Problems.
Are we talking about a cartoon, Stuart?
Yeah, I don't know if you saw it.
A thumbnail, Stuart.
Yeah.
Not an animated cartoon, but
not animated. Thumbnail. We didn't do the animated one yet. I can't. Actually, I tried.
Stuart, Laura, and
Lala's here.
Hey, Lala.
Hey, Mama.
Wow. A lot of early people today. Wow. Very surprised. Glad to see you all.
We're going to get Mama Guy down here one day.
Yeah.
Again.
We got her once. Yeah, I was going to try to show the folder that Laura had made. Or I had made for Laura. 1 second. You're going to lose your monitor, Laura. Where's Laura's stuff? 1 second. I'm looking for it. I should have had it queued.
It's okay, but you do it pretty quick.
Yeah, make sure. The bunch of thumbnails. This is the one that Laura's running.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I think that's so
Whoa,
cute.
yeah, I
It
like
just
the
picked it
big ones. Are
perfect.
good.
Yeah. I don't know if I can scroll through them. See, some of them I was a little heavier, and the logo was okay, but it was hard to tweak it.
You two are so damn cute.
Oh, thank you. See, here the logo looks completely different. I don't know why the hell it did that. Yeah. But the beard is more spot on. It's more grayish or whatever.
Hmm.
So I lose some things and gain some things. This is too skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I had the glasses right. I had the no frame glasses.
The beard has to be lower on your cheeks. They're too high up. It's too high up your cheeks.
Yeah, and the little thing here is the whatever they call it. She's wearing her little vest too. No logo. Oh, that's the wrong picture.
That's the real picture.
That's the real picture. We didn't go with that one. Yeah. And this one, of course, for the show we did. I don't know if anybody saw that for the. Anybody who's watching didn't see this picture.
I kind of look old.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah, but like I said, I couldn't tweak it that much. I was trying, and things wouldn't. And my beard's too big. Not enough salt pepper.
You didn't get the little piece in there.
Right? Yeah, I didn't get the little, the, whatever you call it.
I'd get the clone tool out and take the two forehead lines off.
Yeah.
And then I would take the glasses and make them gray instead of black rimmed glasses. Yeah. But
That's what I was telling Laura. I said maybe I can tweak some stuff in Photoshop. Yeah.
Or we figured we'd just do it real quick, see what happens, and then we can always fix it afterwards because we needed something new.
This was all the way to one side. You see where I got this black line on the side?
Oh, yeah.
This was all the way to the side. So I in Photoshop I moved it to the center, and then put this line so it kind of looked like a flag. Because I was like, all right, that's a quick fix for that.
I could take that line out and then draw the rest of my elbow and make the.
Yeah.
See,
I'm
here's
sure.
the thing, though. When you actually put a live word on the thumbnail, sometimes people think you're actually live, and they'll go click it, and then they'll find out you're not live, and then they'll get mad and they'll unsubscribe. Now this live has a white background, so it does not look like an interface item of YouTube. But
yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's something you have to be careful of on YouTube. There's some do's and don'ts with them. Like never have a red bar at the bottom because people think, oh, that's the play bar. I've already watched it. No.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some good advice. Let's see what else is here.
This is good. I like it. I like it.
See, this one's it's all the way to the side. You see, this is the original.
Oh, is that how it did it? Got it.
Yeah, and I would tell it to center it, and then it would change something else, and I was like, what the hell's going on? Yeah. So that was my quick fix for that. Yeah. So we only did a few. Laura in the library.
They're really good. Really good. I'm impressed.
Yeah, for uploading like one photo and then boom, we just said one prompt and I was like, do you want to change anything? She was like, nope.
I was like, if only reality looks like that.
Yeah, it tends to make you look younger than you are, or older than you are. Depends on the photo. There's one brick wall. And it even put a sheen in the glasses.
Mama Guy says, I have a half a day classes during Sundays. I am always watching. If my student is going to be absent, I'll hop on.
Oh.
And what does this one say? There's a couple of them.
Thank you, Lala.
Good. Ah, so cute. What did you use to make them do it?
ChatGPT. Yeah. I forgot what version they're up to, but I think it's like 4 or something.
AI is fun.
It even put the sheen in her lips and the glasses. It's amazing. I think that was the first one we did. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first one.
And then we
And
told.
then, like when you were telling me, you were like, put me in the library, and I didn't register at first. I thought you meant like put the picture in the library.
No,
No, I was like, oh,
back from
you're actually
background
talking about the library.
because it was better than the brick
Yes.
background.
That one came out perfect. The running one. It was like, oh my god.
Yeah, this is her mugshot. She's getting arraigned in front of the cinder block wall.
Yeah, the cinder block wall. I was like, but that in the picture we gave it did have a cinder block wall. So it was, so that's why I was like, okay, we got to change
Do you
that.
have the original one on there? No, right?
No, I didn't
No,
put
it's
it.
in
I
your
didn't put it in that
messenger.
folder. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's amazing what it did from the original.
And even like the running one with it put the number in it. All we said was running picture, right? Or
Oh,
something?
I said running a race.
Running. Oh, you
Show
did
Laura
say
running a race.
Yeah.
So, yeah, little sneakers too and everything. Like, awesome. That with her big watch. Yeah. Yeah, she usually doesn't run with a vest, but in the original picture, she had a vest on, so it was fine. We were just like, oh, just leave it.
They made a joke because when I did my first race, I told you that I had a little purse, and they were like, "Now it's Laura running with a purse," and they had new pictures. They're like, "Where's her purse?"
Yeah.
And it's like I didn't know I was a new runner.
Yeah.
I had to put my phone somewhere.
Yeah. But I thought that was cute. I'd show that.
I love it.
Yeah, for a first experience, it was great. Sometimes it's great, and then sometimes it's awful.
It's great, and then sometimes it's...
Yeah, it's like rolling the dice. Like, what are we gonna get? What are we gonna get? Oh.
But when it said we reached the limit, we were like, "What? How long we gotta wait?"
Yeah, it was a tease. It was only like 5 minutes. Yeah.
And we kept saying, "How many minutes? How long?"
Yeah. No, we get. It was our first time. We get nervous. Like, oh, do we break something?
And then we're like slowly seeing the pictures come in, and we're like, "It's only got 2 pictures." It's like, no, wait, no, it's got 3. It's got 3. It's got 3.
Yeah. But there was something else I wanted to show you. Let me see if I got it queued. Waterproof TVs. You ever heard of waterproof TVs, Matt?
Nope.
You don't want a waterproof TV in your backyard? You can't hear the sound anyway, right?
No.
Let's see. They don't show it in here. They show some of the other ads. They show them hitting it with a hose and stuff. I don't have it queued up. But let's say a 55-inch model is $2,000. Over $2,000. I wish I could show you the pictures here. 55. They don't show it getting wet.
Yeah, what was the one you had with
Yeah,
the hose?
I had. I should have had this queued. I'm sorry. Let me Google it. Google it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not so much that it's waterproof, but something outside would be in the blazing sun.
It's supposed to have like a million nits.
freezing cold.
Yeah, it's supposed to be able to handle all that.
You know, weather just destroys all objects and delicate electronics.
Yeah,
I'm
here's one.
skeptical. Make sure you water your TV and have to give it plenty of nutrients too.
Yeah, so he's gone on about that. Does he show anything else? Oh, he's just unboxing it. So a customer called me. He has put up a TV in his patio, and he's a previous client, one of the very high-end clients. And he says he's calling me because I didn't put in the TV, but I put it in his Wi-Fi. And he's like, "Well, my Wi-Fi is not that good for the TV out on the patio." So I was just like, "Well, I used to have remote control of your network, but I don't have it anymore. But if I did a site visit, I can restore that and then diagnose your problem." He hasn't gotten back to me.
Just tell them you'll run an Ethernet cable out there. Boom, problem done.
Yeah, with all the perfect finishes. Yep. That's why they didn't have me put an AP in I wanted to put an AP directly on the patio.
Mhm.
But they were like, no, we don't want to mess with the brick face of the building. And I was just like, all right, so we'll put one near the patio on the inside, and hopefully it'll give you enough coverage. And that's the way we went.
Yes,
So-
Matt, want to help your audience grow.
Yeah.
You
So
know.
he didn't want the direct AP on the patio. So now he's kind of stuck with what he got. And the guy keeps telling me, can you amplify the signal? And the first time he complained about it, I said, yeah. But there's only there's only like low, medium, and max. I'm maxed out. I can't do anything. So I said maybe I could change the channel or something, that maybe there's interference in the area, because he's the bottom floor of like an 80-story building. So I was just like, maybe there's a lot of competing signal, then maybe I can find the right channel and stuff, but I lost remote connection to the system. I literally have to go there and move one jack over. One of the jacks is not powered on, and the remote device that makes me be able to access it remotely needs to be jacked over one. Needs to be powered on. It's not powered on.
You mean like one Ethernet slot
Yeah,
over?
that's all I got to do to regain access.
Oh.
But I physically have to be there. Yeah.
Speaking of Ethernet, I'm getting a product for a Amazon shoppable video, and it's 100 bag of RJ45 Ethernet.
Oh yeah.
And,
Are they pass through?
the ends.
Are they called pass through?
Well, I have to put the wire in and then crimp it.
Yeah, but there's one that they call pass through, that the wire actually goes through the whole connector.
Oh,
It sticks out the other side.
Probably not.
There's two major kinds. There's a lot of controversy around that, even though I don't think there should be. They say the pass through ones aren't as reliable as the ones that do not pass through. That's the old school thinking. The reason you would do the pass through in the begin with is so you know your combination of colors are in the right order.
You
Because
can see
literally
right
they
through it.
stick.
Clear.
Yeah, but it's hard to see.
How
Yeah,
would it
if
be any
you've
easier
ever,
to see? How
Because
would it be any
there's-
easier to see if they stick out? Like it's the same. You're looking at the same.
well,
thing.
you also don't have to play with the depth. There's multiple reasons.
There's no depth. They're all on the same plane.
Yeah, but if you don't push them far enough, they don't reach the blade.
Oh, well, that's just competency.
Yeah.
You just
Yeah.
have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, make sure the jacket's in far enough when you crimp it that it grabs the jacket also.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The only thing I
yeah.
don't have is an Ethernet tester. But
Oh yeah.
they said I could do the video without a tester.
Oh,
You don't have yours
I mean,
handy.
I can plug.
I got
What's that?
2-3. I got 2-3, but I need them. I can't ship them out.
No. I don't want testers. I don't need the tester to do the video.
Yeah.
I mean, I could put it in the wall and then show that the computer's connected if I wanted to prove on camera that what my handiwork is acceptable.
Yeah. Yeah, I got one that shows crossed. It'll show you if disconnected and crossed lines.
Okay.
It's all graphical. It's Android based. It's like a tablet, but it's dedicated to the testing that I do on cameras. It's like a tablet on steroids with all connectors all the way around it. Yeah.
Yeah,
course.
I just make sure the wires are in the right sequence and just hope for the best.
Yeah. Always use the B. Yeah. The configuration of they call it the B. Yeah.
Well, I'm actually getting 2 products of the same thing, and the guy's like, "Wear a different color shirt when you do the other one."
Well, I guess
look the same.
they run into that. I guess. Yeah. Let me switch my screens here.
The only thing different is you wear a different shirt.
Yeah. Yeah, people do it,
Wear a
man.
different shirt. He said, and be in a different room. Like, I'm not going to be in a different room. I'm just going to change the light in the back. So the purple
Yeah.
light, I'll switch it to
Yeah.
a blue light or something.
Yeah.
Just call it. Oh, yeah, it's a different corner.
Yeah. I remember Loria saying that. She goes, "You can batch your work, but make sure you change stuff. Put a plant, something." Yeah. Mhm.
Boy, I was
Yeah.
cranking out videos today, man. I just was spitting them out.
Yeah. Yeah. I used to watch every video. Now I can't keep up.
Moving too fast.
Yeah.
One I didn't post to YouTube because it's not on Amazon. They're paying just for the MP4. So I don't have anything to tag on Amazon. So if I put it on my YouTube, there'd be no way for anyone to buy it and for me to catch revenue. So I'm keeping it up. But it is a like super top of the line industrial laser level. And it can go, lasers this way, lasers this way, and then double layers towards.
Maybe I'll buy that one from you. I'm looking to buy a laser.
Dude, it is. I mean, the whole head is like a big brick like this.
Yeah.
It's on a nice big tripod. Has all the accessories. Has magnetic accessories. You can clip it on, and has the glasses, safety glasses, and it has 2 rechargeable batteries. Comes with it.
Yeah, I gotta buy.
Pretty good.
Yeah, because some of these, especially on the higher end jobs, like even if you're putting up outlets or let's say Ethernet jacks on the wall, and you have other devices, let's say like regular electrical outlets and everything has to be on the same plane. So you have to shoot a laser line to fit your, if you're retrofitting, or even if you're on a.
It's
sure,
nice.
if you want. I don't know. If you have it handy.
Yeah, here, I'll get up. I'll talk amongst yourselves.
It's a part of the kit that I don't have. Yeah. Yeah. And Donald, remember Laura, the guy Donald?
Mm-hmm.
He used to say, "Stuart, you don't have a laser?" He goes, "Your boxes are all over the place. Up, down." I was like, "No, they look fine." He goes, "You want to bet?" He pulls out a laser and he goes, and you can see like the 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch off.
Oh, really?
I was like, "It's only a 1/4 inch." He goes, "But my eye sees it." He goes, "They're gonna see it. They're paying for the premium." I was like, "Oh yeah, you're right, man." And I spent a lot of time measuring it. He goes, "Plus you're killing yourself measuring." He goes, "Just get a laser."
And that was from Donald.
Yeah, Donald is like, yeah. Or Pepe. Pepe's the one who pulled. Well, they both said it, but Pepe's the one who pulled out the laser and says, "No, you're off."
Here's the box.
Yeah, it comes in a nice box.
This is a huge carrying case.
Yeah, I never keep them in the box, but
look at this. Look at all this you get.
damn.
I mean, it's a whole pro thing. This is the module itself. Okay.
Is it 2-axis, 3-axis? What is it? How many lasers?
All axes.
Yeah.
A shit ton.
Shit. Is it green or red?
Here's the battery.
I guess we'll see. Oh, rechargeable.
Go. Alright, you ready?
Yeah. Oh, it is
Oh
green.
my god.
Yeah.
You get blind.
It does a self-calibration. All of them do.
Well, it's if I press and hold there, now it's allowed to be crooked.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I got one horizontal. There's 2 horizontal.
Wow.
And then I can go.
Bright as hell, that thing.
Jesus, it's like killing me. And there's another one too.
Don't hurt yourself, man.
There we go.
Wow. Yeah, at least it's up and down. Yeah.
Wow. That
Yeah.
would be so much easier, right?
I have to turn it off or I want to go blind. But
Yeah, you
yeah,
want
yeah.
magical.
Look, this thing is like hardcore.
Yeah, I like that it's green too. The red ones, they're hard to see during the daylight.
Do you know what the retail value on this is?
Couple hundred probably. Huh?
Let me call it up.
At least 2 maybe.
I
haven't shopped for them in a while, so I could be wrong. Over 100.
Laser here, 229.
229.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should send me the link. I can look at it. Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. So I was telling Laura. Go ahead.
I would say USPS will reach your apartment.
Yeah, like I was telling Laura that the contractor, when I put up a few boxes, he was just like, "How come they're all crooked, or they're not on the same plane?" And I said, "I measured the hell out of them," and he goes, "No, they're not." And I said, "They look fine to me." He pulls out a laser, and he shows me, and they're all like a 1/4 inch off. And I was like, "Ah, that's so little, they won't even see it." He goes, "I see it, they see it, they're paying for perfect." And he's like, "No, you gotta fix it, man." He goes, "I'll let you borrow the laser as long as you want. Don't worry about it. Just gotta fix the boxes."
So you had to fix them all?
Whoa.
Yeah, I had to move them the 1/4 inch or whatever it was. Yeah.
People have eyes like that. They can see
but
that.
he also knew. He was like, "How long did it take you to get it that close?" And I told him, he's like, "You're killing yourself." He says, "Just get the laser, man." He was right. I was killing myself trying to get him as close as I could.
In the woodworking community, there's a saying that Jimmy DeResta coined. He's a famous woodworker and maker. He says, "If it looks straight, it is straight." So yeah. There's some forgiveness there. Boy, that I can see those laser lines when I close my eyes.
You should have put on the safety glasses that it came with.
I should have, yeah.
You would have looked all Terminator. Yeah, that's funny.
There is a lot of lasers.
Yeah. Orange vibes. I was just looking at the comments. No comments.
No, I'm all up to date.
Okay.
So I was like, this morning, I was trying to wake up, and the next minute I said, just do it for the first time. I said, I see floaters, and he said, you see the little lines? I was like, yeah.
Little squiggles. I was like, oh my god.
Like, out of 53 years, I've never seen floaters in my
Finally
entire
got
life.
floaters.
He's like, little squiggly lines too? I was like, yeah.
Like, nothing you're gonna do about it. That's you got
I was
floaters
like,
now.
no matter how much I rub my eyes, it won't go away. He's like, no.
Yeah, I found out that's on the inside of your eyeball. That's not floating on the outside. Because I'd see the floaters and I would put drops in there, and I'm like, well, they're still there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep trying to flush them out. Yeah.
I know what's happening there.
It's in the gel. Yeah, the eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, because what's
My
happening
first
is
floating for the first time.
well, the lining in the back of your eye is coming off your eyeball. And those floaters are kind of fragments of that process.
Yeah.
So if you... And there's a way, I can't believe they can do this. They call it tack welding. They can get in there with a procedure with lasers, and they can stick it back on the surface, inside
but
surface.
It's emergency surgery. They got to do it so fast because they say you could lose it. If it comes off too much, they won't be able to do it. I had a friend of mine that had to get rushed to have it done. Yeah. And it was the worst thing. They use air pressure, puff up your whole eyeball. It's nasty stuff, man. Yeah.
Yeah, we knew somebody that had to do
Yeah.
that.
Remember, it was a client.
Well, my sister's husband had Marie's.
Oh, I
husband
forgot
had
he
it.
had it too. Yeah, so 2 people.
Yeah.
Yeah, some nasty business,
Like
man.
you can't play. If that happens that day, you gotta go like ASP.
Yeah, they rush you, man. Yeah, they rush you through. Yeah.
Well, my doctor said, like, if if I were to have a blow to the head, or if I would fall and hit my head, or if someone would punch me, says that could worsen your eye. You know, I could.
Yeah. So you got potential, huh?
He told me that, and then the next night I was walking the dog, and this bulldog came out of nowhere and was like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I turned to get away from it, and I tripped over my feet, and I fell on my back. Oh my God. As I was falling, I'm like, oh, I'm going to hit my head. I'm going to go wrong. But somehow I fell, and I forced my neck. So my head did not hit the ground.
Wow.
My back hit the ground, but my head did not. I was like, now I won't be blind, and now I got to get this bulldog off of me.
Richard, good night.
Yeah, good night, Rich vibes. Rich. We know you've been up all night.
Yep.
Get some rest. Till the next party. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wow. So you got to walk around with a helmet on, huh?
He's like, son, he's like, you just got to live your life. He's like, don't. Because I was talking to him about what precautions. He's like, just don't even worry about it. Live your life.
That's like when I run at Juniper Valley Park. Oh my God, it's so annoying because, not annoying, but people are walking with their dogs, and it's like, you see us coming and they don't move, and the next minute you're falling over the dog and you're trying to move the dog. It's like, you hear us running. People are running. Just don't.
You got to share the parks, and it's hard. Yep. Yeah.
Other people don't like to share the park. We like to share the park. We know what we're doing. And even my friend, she was so funny. She said, when you see runners, they don't stop. I said, yeah, runners don't stop. I said, you have to move out of the way. She's like, they'll climb. I said, yeah, they'll climb right into you.
It's all about rhythm, man. You got to keep that rhythm going.
She's like, she said, they won't. I said, no. I said, I know from experience. I mean, I won't climb it to anybody, but I'll try to move out of the way.
Hurdle over the dog like it's, part of the, part of the race,
There was a lady that was over here. She was trying to avoid the dog so hard, and next minute she literally tumbled over the dog, scratched her whole leg and everything, and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, they can start biting you after that, right? Like the dog doesn't know what's going on. Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Always an adventure.
Yep.
It's almost like you need like a 10-foot suspended hula hoop around you, so like people will get out of the way before you actually get
the safe zone,
some sort of barrier. Yeah.
I never forget the first time I ran in Central Park. So I didn't know there was a way that runners go this way and the walkers come this way.
There's a traffic.
And I just
traffic rules.
I was just a little bit over. I didn't even realize. Oh my God, the guy cursed at me so bad and everything. And I was like, well, you had to tell me was just, this isn't your lane or whatever. I was like, easy there,
Yeah, well, you quickly learned, right?
Yeah, I learned real quick.
Yeah.
I was like, don't.
Hey, everyone has those experiences in Manhattan, because when I was in there, I drifted into the crosswalk, because it was a red light, and I was like, oh, I'm never doing that again.
I'm walking here. What are you talking about?
I wasn't over that much, but it was just like, the hell?
Yeah. Forget about it.
I'm walking here.
Yeah. Oh, you got your creator cap shirt on.
Yep, got the purple one. Dope, purple dope one.
So are you the real Matt Haas, or are you just a purple Matt Haas?
A purple Matt.
Because he's got his clones. He's got his red clone, his blue clone.
Oh, yes.
Purple clothes.
It's like somehow in the morning you see the YouTube and you see too many maps when you first wake up. It's like, okay, am I really awake?
I wish I had an army. Army of
sure.
clones.
Sure. Yeah.
Just me.
Oh.
Been home for a couple of days. I got a couple of vacation days. And I
Yeah,
said,
she's been home with me.
sleeping is sleeping.
Yeah.
Just catching up.
We actually had a nap before the show.
Hey, good on ya.
Yeah.
I should do that. I should do a pre-show nap, but I'm not that smart. So.
Yeah. We're in the 50s. I'm not ashamed of it. I need naps. They help.
As long as we set who to give us the timer, we were okay.
The timer. Oh,
can't say that
oh, yes. Our assistant.
Yes. I
Our
said
digital assistant.
it was 4 o'clock. I said 2 hours is okay, but Stuart was laughing. He said, "Can we set it for 8:25?" I said, "No, we can't set it by 8:25."
Open her eyes. Hello.
Be like,
streamer.
"Hello." At first, it didn't connect to me. Like, what?
Oh.
I tried.
Maybe tomorrow's supposed to be a nice day, so I gotta do laundry in the morning, and maybe in the afternoon I can drag Stuart out to the park with me, and I can go live on YouTube.
Yeah, I keep bugging her. Like, come on, you're gonna lose. I said you're gonna lose some subscribers, and then you're gonna be stuck again.
Oh yeah, you don't want to backslide.
It could happen, man. Yeah, it's very possible.
I said we could go to the little park up by the house. You can come with me, and we can
Yeah.
do a test.
Well, we might go out to eat too. So we could always do a quickie from the restaurant. No?
Mm-hmm.
Depending where we're sitting. Depends where we're sitting. Yeah. There's a place called Good Eats. They make fantastic food. It's huge portions. Probably gonna go there tomorrow. Yeah.
Well, I'll join you.
Yeah, virtually, right? Yeah, start driving now. Maybe you'll make it.
I'll take the Amtrak up.
Sure.
Can you meet me at
Amtrak
Penn
is
Station?
Amtrak is fun. My father did that from Florida.
Yeah. I've never been. I don't think I've ever been on Amtrak.
2 days on the Amtrak.
Really?
No, that's
Your brothers
that's
did.
a good way to travel
Because
because you don't have to drive. You don't have to pay attention. You just relax.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
they don't care, because airfare, they weigh everything, and there's restrictions. People come on with suitcases and coffee and food, and I'm just like, oh, this is different.
Yeah.
Not like air travel at all.
Yeah.
Not that it is the same, but like the passenger experience, totally different.
Well, that was the thing. My father had to go to Florida because my grandmother had passed, right? So they had to get there right away. So my father's sitting on the plane, and he got a suit and everything. What did he do? He spilled the coffee on him already. So he had to sit there with coffee on him. And then he was like, you know what? When I come back, I'm not going on a plane. We're just going to go on Amtrak. And then he took my grandmother back, and that was it.
Yeah.
He's like, I sat on there for 2 days, and that was it.
Yeah.
One time I took the train. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot to shave in the morning. So I went into the little convenience store at the train station, and I bought a cheapo razor and a little, one-time use shaving cream. And I shaved on the train in the bathroom. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Sure.
I can do this. No problem. Because I was we were the first station, so no one's on the train.
Yeah.
Practically, just a handful of people get on the train.
Yeah.
And once you get to Philly, it gets every seat's taken, but it takes you a couple hours to get there anyway.
Yeah.
There is a bus that goes there, right?
A bus that goes where?
To Pennsylvania?
Sure, he said Amtrak.
Huh?
He said Amtrak.
I know, but I said, is there a bus? I thought there
Oh,
was
bus. I'm sorry.
Yeah, bus
know.
line. Yeah.
Sure. Gotta look it up.
Yeah. I thought there was a bus that goes.
You have to Google it. Is that my messenger or your messenger?
I
just heard a little- I just heard a little
Well,
bit.
this is the time that China's awake, so there's a lot of messages. About
Oh, yeah. I remember that when I was dealing direct with China. I'd wait. Laura was like, come on, come to bed. I say, I gotta stay up to 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
And we were laughing the other night when we sent you the message. We were like, what time does Matt turn off his do not disturb? And we were like, oh, maybe he'll answer.
Yeah, we weren't sure if you were going to
Did I?
answer the other night. Yeah.
I didn't answer, did I?
No, it was, yes, you
Did
did.
I
It was,
answer?
You did
it
answer.
was like
Oh.
9:30, 9:45. Something. We didn't know what time it actually turns on, the do not disturb.
When's my do not disturb? How can I look that up?
I don't know how.
Nah, iPhone. I never used it, so even on Android.
Settings. 9:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's my do not disturb.
Yeah, we must have got in just under the wire.
We just got under the
I got it
wire.
at like 9:28. Something.
Yeah.
I like when I suggest things to Stuart, and afterwards he's like, "What's next, boss?
Yeah, of course.
Am I done?"
Yeah.
I said, "I'm sorry. My brain thinks about things."
Yeah.
It's sort of a good one, the three of us.
Oh, well,
Cartoon.
We work well together, compliment each other, you know? Sure. Sure.
What? Look at this. This is insane. Is that
I gotta-
what I think it is.
Let me get my network tester. I want to show you.
This is stupid. This is a ice cube maker.
Oh, it's cute.
But look,
Yeah, I'm coming.
look. This ice cube maker is someone's face.
Oh my goodness.
Did-
That's
What is
scary.
that, Elvis?
I'll give you a hint. It's huge.
Are you actually got it?
Oh, my network tester? Yeah.
Never to fit it.
Oh my goodness, that's a big monstrosity.
Yeah. See all the
Aren't
ports
they
it
supposed
has?
to be like little handheld thingies.
Yeah, but the problem
not
with this is it doesn't. If you get the smaller you get, you can't put the I/O. You can't put the connectors. Where do you
just
put all
need
that stuff?
Ethernet.
Not just
That's
Ethernet.
good.
This does cameras too.
Oh my
Well,
goodness.
cameras is Ethernet, but you got a cable, you got a transmitter to trace the lines. It's not the one jack that does everything. It depends on the jack you use for different things, like amperage of the PoE, the voltage of the PoE. Then you got the tracing, USB for powering other devices, HDMI, so you can put this out to a screen, a bigger screen, if you're doing a presentation. Or you can do HDMI in, which is on the other side. Then you have analog cameras. And then you have PTZ RS-232, the control cameras. They do have
Got
that
it.
through. They do have that through IP, but this is very compatible to older technology. Let me turn it on for a second. It says IP tester, and then you're gonna see it's like it'll take a minute to boot up, but it'll look like a regular tablet once it's
Nice.
booted. So it's not just a cable tester. It'll find the IP address of a camera. So let's say you get a camera without looking at instructions, or maybe you don't have instructions. You don't know what IP address it has. You pick one of these things, and then it'll search. It'll search for the IP address, on the network, and it knows specifically the difference between other devices and cameras. And then it'll well, there's no cameras hooked up, but it'll tune right into it, and then it'll ask you for the password of the camera, and then you can fine tune it. All anything that you would see in the regular interface for the web interface for settings, you can see there's a settings window that you can manipulate all that without being on the web page, or you can go directly to the web page with one button press. It makes it really easy to do camera work.
Wow, it's got all the bells and whistles.
Yeah. It did have a regular internet browser that worked, but this thing is like 6 years old now, something like that. But the newer versions look just like this. They're just as big. It's because of all the jacks and ports. Wow. It's got a strap so you can wear it. Like it'll stay upward, looking at you when you're working. It's got like this whole harness thing.
And it was so funny because once Stuart had that one, I saw like 2 or 3 people outside. I came home from work. I was like, Stuart, I saw some guy. He had the same exact thing that you had.
Gotta power it off.
It's like you get to see.
Yeah, so the main reason to have it, one of the main reasons to have it, is that when you're putting a camera up, you're up on a ladder. You want to get the general field of view, like to point the camera. If you don't have it set up on your phone yet, the whole internet type remote viewing. If you don't have that, how do you know what you're looking at with the camera? So I try to get it as close as possible by looking at the tester at the same time and moving the camera.
Huh.
So
wow.
There's things people don't think about when installing camera that it's very useful for. Because my old boss used to say the same thing: is can't you do that with your laptop? I said, I'm not getting my laptop up on that ladder. Are you freaking kidding me? So I'm not going to say no.
Your laptop up there,
yeah.
That's hard. How would you?
It's meant with rubber bumpers and stuff. Yeah, I mean, as smart as you would say somebody is, that he would know that, because he's like, oh, you don't need that. He literally was like, you don't need that. I was like, you don't.
Is he paying for it?
You're no. He's just an asshole. That's why I don't talk to him anymore. He's one of these. I know, he knows it all. Typical master electrician. Yeah.
Ooh, speaking of electricians, I need to do some electrical work. I got 2 replacement. I have the lamps on either side of the front door, and I'm going to replace them with new lamps, but they have sensors and they can tell if someone's walking up, and they'll turn the lights on if someone's walking up to my front door.
Oh, I thought you already had some motion. Doing more motion.
I do, but not on the house lights.
Oh.
I have the floodlight cam will come on over the garage. But this is, these are the lights on either side of the front door. So if someone comes up to the door, well, the floodlight cam will come on the garage. But as they approach the front door, then the front door lights are going to come on.
Yeah. But these are the same locations. So you're just taking one off, putting the new one on.
Yep.
The same.
Yep.
And
I looked at the install instructions. I just have to connect the black, the white, and the brown. That's all. That would be all I have to do. And they also have GFI outlets on them too.
Oh yeah.
So I could run extension cords into the unit.
That's nice. They're doing a lot of those combo things now. Yeah. That's awesome.
You could put more Christmas lights up.
Yeah, more Christmas lights.
Well, speaking of Christmas lights, I got permanent outside LED strips in a rubber. It's all in a rubber tube or whatever. But they're red, white, and blue for 4th of July. I want to put it on. And the clips, you screw them in, I don't want to screw clips into. I guess it would have to be the rain spout.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to put holes through.
Yeah. So how do you
the
do
rain
it?
spout. So I think I might just rig something up on the laser and do little hooks or something like that. See if I can, make them stable enough, small
have
enough
one
that you
with
can't
tape?
really see 'em.
Well, the tapes, they
Like the
fail after a
sticky
while.
ones?
They fail after a while.
Mm.
Especially outdoors, those tapes
Yeah, that's
fail.
true.
I only needed to not fail to make a video. And then
Yeah,
I
that's
took
true.
them down. But I have a 30-foot rain spout over my porch, and I have the American flag in the center. It's gonna look pretty nice.
That'd be perfect for Memorial Day.
Yeah. The perfect grass.
With your barbecue and
With his new barbecue going.
Come on, can't get more American than
We have to
that.
plan for July 4th to go for a barbecue.
Yeah.
I should plug them in. I should get the product and do a little demo. Red,
That's
white,
not
blue.
RGB, they're just red, white, and blue?
Well, they're RGB, but they only come on red, white, or blue, and they have 8 different modes where like a marquee or something like that. They're only red, white. They will only turn red, white, and blue.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
I guess they crippled, yellow and orange and purple.
Yeah. All products are different, I guess. Yeah. Speaking of which, that some of my home automation is messed up after the that whole internet outage. That when
Okay.
when I give my Home Assistant a command to turn on a whole sequence of things, I'm missing like 3-4 items, and I have to do them manually, and it suggests that I reset them up again, and I'm like, I don't know why it would lose three devices out of the automation. I can tell it manually that to do that with singular device, it'll turn on. So how is it lost in the automation? They're still the same name. So I get Laura's like, these lights aren't on. This isn't on. This isn't on. Like, oh my.
I have 9 of those. Plug into the outlet and have the
Yeah, I got it.
assistant turn them on and off. And every time, because I redid the network, when I redid the network, they stopped working.
Yeah, of course.
So I had to factory redo it all over again. And you have to turn them on, and then it gives its own Wi-Fi network that you have to join your phone to. And then once that's approved, then you have to put in your real Wi-Fi credentials.
Yeah.
So it's like a 7-step process for 9 of these things.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm never changing the network name again. It's House Harkonnen and House Atreides and House Carino forever.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh, speaking of which, right? So, Wi-Fi, the 2.5 network should go further than the 5 gigabit network, right?
Hell yeah.
So maybe this client of mine is on the wrong network, because he does have an IoT network that I set up. Maybe his TV is not on that network. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if he just switched networks, he might get a better deal, a better signal.
You just thought of that?
Yeah, because I just assumed they tried them all, but maybe they didn't. Yeah, I'm thinking like an installer. I'm thinking like an installer. I wasn't there when they put the TV in, even though he told me to boost the signal and blah 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 and whatever. Yeah.
Or if he changes,
If he gets back to me, maybe I'll suggest that. Because he should still be able to do HD. He should still be able to do HD on 2.5. Yeah. You
Would
just
he
need
be
like
able-
25 megabits for 4K, right?
would he be able to do that?
25 megabits will give you 4K. The only way to know is to try it.
And the thing is, the 2.4 gigahertz network is so crowded, though. You know, it's a lot of drop packets and double talk and chatting, and
Yeah, but that's another reason I need remote access. I could see that stuff. But without remote, just as for I guess shot in the dark, a Hail Mary, I can tell them just try one of the other networks. He only has 3. Yeah.
But
They
yeah,
hated the passwords because I had like 12 character passwords. They're like, what the hell is this? I had Google generate them. I'm like, all right, this is good enough for me. I gave him the cheat sheet, so I was like, just refer to your sheet. That's it. See you later.
you really want to screw someone up, use lowercase l's, the digit number 1, and capital I. And they'll never know what your password is.
Yeah, it was something like that. Yeah, had him the password generator type thing generated. Yeah, but either way, that just came to me actually yesterday. That they're probably on the wrong network. See, because if I was there, I would tell because I don't know who's setting it up. So they probably give them the whole list, and they hooked it up to the main Wi-Fi without trying the other Wi-Fis. I bet some kind of laziness probably. They just grabbed the first one that they handed the installer. They didn't probably hand the installer the main one. There's a main Wi-Fi, and then there's a guest Wi-Fi, and then there's the IoT. So I bet you something went wrong there.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Hopefully he calls you back.
Yeah, he seems to get back to me every month or so. Try this, try that. But now I've declared that I don't have remote access, so I don't know what his next move is going to be. I told him no charge if I have to show up to reconnect. I said there's no charge. It's a courtesy. Laura was like, "That's pretty nice of you to do, and that keeps your customers." And I was like, "Yeah, okay." Laura told me not to charge him. So I'll do that. I'll blame it on Laura.
I don't say not to charge all the time. I gave you a really good answer last night.
Yeah. I was like, anything beyond that, I gotta charge. But just to establish the connection, yeah.
I said, you have a courtesy where you do certain things, and then they do tip you at the end, and they come back to you.
Yeah,
so
yeah. It's
you're
like
doing it right. You're
it's
not
like
doing,
tech karma. You don't want to piss off the tech gods. You know what I mean? Yeah.
They finally fixed our big screen TVs at work.
Oh yeah.
And
finally.
they said that one of the TVs is going to be doing the satellite, and we're going to see space every day.
ISS, the view from the International Space Station.
Yes. I said, who wants to sit there and watch space all day?
Yeah, see, that feed's always interrupted by a 2-second blue screen, and then it'll loop back onto.
Does it? Yeah. Hey, John Ventrini.
Hey, John Ventrini.
Blame it on Laura. JP's in the house.
But I was like, I'd rather watch TV all day. I don't want to go watch space.
Yeah, she was trying to tell me, she was like, some space station or something. I said, is it the ISS? She was like, yeah, I think that's it.
Some space station. It's one of those couple dozen space stations. we
Yeah.
have.
And then because my hearing, so sometimes it doesn't hear right. So I thought it said PlayStation. I was like, oh, we're getting a PlayStation game and everything. They were like, no, you can watch space. I was like, nah, I'd rather play games up there.
Well, yeah, you're at work, so that's a no-no right there.
And then the next day, the screen says no signal. So I said to him, what happened to it?
Oh, did they actually set up the feed and all
No,
that?
not yet.
Oh,
That's going to take a while now. I still don't have a TV in my apartment.
Really? Wow. All this time? You figured you'd be all set up.
He's got an iPhone. What more do you need?
Now he's gonna get a tablet, so it's a little bigger. Jeez. Wow. I guess it gives you a good reason to go outside. You're not screen locked. Bring your phone with you.
I'm surprised he's even in his apartment because he's, 17 hours a day he's on the cycle bar, and then
Yeah.
he's either eating like awesome food somewhere, or
He's
or
only got time.
working.
He's only got time to sleep, right?
What did she
Yeah.
say? Don't need one. Got my laptop, got my phone. Yeah, true.
Yeah, laptop. Forget about that.
Laptops.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times I'm in the living room. I'm on my laptop also, watching. Or it's like, you don't want to use that big TV? I'm like, no, it's right next to me. It's all
And
right.
most of the time he tells me you want to watch on TV, and I'm like, no, I watch on my little phone. Good movies I want to watch on the big TV, but
Yeah.
the little stuff. 17 hours plus or minus.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody's got their hobbies, I guess.
John needs more hours in the day because he's got all the exercise in. He'll go to different appointments, and he'll go to the coffee shops, and he'll go out to eat, and he'll work. And I'm like, aren't you writing a book? Like, where does it? You have to invent time.
Yeah.
And I know,
I don't know how
like
to do it all.
people laugh at me. They're like, "You're off for a couple of days. What are you gonna do?" I'm like, "They're like, you're gonna go running." I said, "Well, that's when I need my time to run."
Yeah.
I said, "I run, I eat, and I walk.
Yeah.
I get to do things with the
Yeah.
husband, but
Yeah. Or,
we
or,
do."
Or maybe just relax, Yeah. You gotta have what the evil runners have to have their heel time too, right? They gotta have their downtime.
I too, funny enough, am a big fan of the naps. Yes, as you get older, we need naps.
Yeah. Yes, I did declare that earlier. I said well, he's not 50 yet, but 40's good enough to know your naps.
Treated myself to a mediped. Ooh, very good.
Ooh, very nice. Yeah, man.
There you go.
Gotta do the self-care.
It's like sometimes when I get up real early in the morning and I go for a run and I come back and take a nap, and it's like, you just did a run and now you're going to take a nap? I said, I'm tired. That was a lot of energy.
Yeah.
I had to eat, get dressed, and run out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, 'cause, sometimes you come back from a run and you're bouncing around the house. So
Right.
that's
That
sometimes I'm
depends.
surprised. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, okay. Must have been a hard one.
Yesterday, I almost passed out because I mowed the grass, and then I had some fertilizer left in the thing. I'm like, oh, I'm just going to throw the rest of this fertilizer down. I'm like, oh, well, now I should put the grub treatment down. So I basically walked my entire property 3 times,
Wow.
mowing and fertilizing and then doing the grub treatment. And I came in, I'm like, why am I so tired? And why does my back hurt? I'm like, oh, I worked too hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Post-workout nap. Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
Like when I used to really have my energy and I would walk back and forth to work. Like in the morning, I'd walk to work an hour and a half and then walk home. And once I hit that couch, it was like, that's it. I ain't doing nothing else. keep going, but now it's not so easy.
Yeah. I got to get back in shape, man, because one of these big jobs is going to hit now. I'm not going to be able to do it.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's getting bad. It's getting bad.
I was trying to get the club to start a power nap.
Oh wow.
It's getting traction. Yeah.
Like I was laughing. I was sitting in the bedroom and I'm holding my phone and I said to Stuart, I said, my arm really hurts. I said, I gotta do some kind of stretches or something with my arm.
Yeah.
Strength
Oh, we
training.
call it the bloop blooping. I said, "Oh, you're bloop blooping again." She's like, "My blooper's broken. My blooper's broken."
Now
Yeah.
that they make fun of my new phone at work, they call it tablet because it's so big.
Yeah. Well, they're all so big. I'm sure
I
their
know.
phones are big too.
It's fine.
Ignore the haters. I love my
Yeah.
big phone.
I know. I have no problem with it.
Yeah, except your arm goes numb for holding it for 10
Oh,
minutes.
that's the worst. It's like your whole arm is still numb, but you gotta finish doing what you gotta do. I'm like I have no
Yeah.
feeling in my arm.
Yeah.
You move it to the other one for 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what else was I gonna do?
Negative Joe.
I can see. Still looking up for an email from that guy. 20
Did I-
hours ago.
Did
he
I put
opened-
this one up? This won't be napping on the bike, number 1. Would like a cot or a blanket. Thank you very much. I don't know
Yeah.
how you can do that, but
Me neither.
There was
Oh.
a Mystery Science Theater 3000 show where they were going over their failed inventions, and someone combined a bed and a bike, and it was this. You would lay on your back, and you would put your hands on the handlebars and your feet up on the pedals. It was an upside down bike, and I was like, "Nah, this won't work. This failed. Don't combine a bed and a bike. It won't work." I don't know why I thought of that. Mystery Science Theater is.
Yeah. I used to watch that many years ago. Is it still a
Although
thing?
I think so. One of the experiments that worked, I think it was Mystery Science Theater. This was like in between the sketches. This wasn't much of the movies. They invented the mobile stationary walker, which was a treadmill, but it had wheels on it. And every time you took a step, the treadmill would roll forward 1 step. So it was a stationary walker, but it was mobile. And it's like, why
Yeah.
don't you just walk? It's like you don't need the contraption around you. It wasn't getting you any faster. It wasn't any benefit to it. And it couldn't steer. It only went straight.
Wow.
Okay.
Like if I ever needed to like launder money, like and pour it into like a failed business, it would be the mobile stationary walker business.
Mobile stationary. Uh-huh.
Anyway, it's for fitness buffs that need to get somewhere. You know, it's like I could make it sound like a real product, but obviously no one would ever buy. This is what I do. I think of stupid ways to like handle ill-gotten gains that I'll never have. Like I was also thinking like what 2 businesses combined wouldn't make any sense but would be perfect for laundering money. As I'm thinking it's like there's another one of my thoughts. This is just totally stupid. Yeah, exactly. I thought of a slam poetry bar, but it would also be coin-operated photocopies. So people would go in there and make photocopies, and there would be slam poetry being read.
Okay.
It's like- that would be a perfect money laundering business. You wouldn't be weighed down by like legitimate income. It would all be. It would all be
It's a troublemaker.
Troublemaker. If it pings, it works.
troublemaker. If it pings, it works. Yep. He's got his IT hat on. Hey, I need
like
to
the
put
little
my
hat.
IT hat on. I got the call today, or the text that Matt, the family IT guy, has to solve a family IT problem.
What happened?
My Tracy's mom computer won't turn on, so I have to figure it out.
Won't turn on.
She has a Chromebook, and the Chromebook
Oh,
won't boot.
You mentioned that before. Chromebooks are easy to deal with. You said, yeah.
Well, the last time they did have a Chromebook booting problem. I'll tell you what it was. A Cake Smash laundromat. You can get your cake and smash photography done there, and then you get your clothes cleaned in the same hour.
Where did John come up with these?
I like that, John. We should go into the ill-gotten gains money laundering adventure together. First, we need ill-gotten gains, so that's step one. Anyway,
Yeah.
so the reason why it wasn't booting before is I had one of these. I don't know if I can show this. It's not the cable link. You see this? Like one of these things, just like a little hub.
Yeah.
You get it. Like
Yeah.
one of those things.
Uh-huh.
I had one of those on the Chromebook to give her more peripherals or whatever, and the power was jacked into that little box, and then the box connected to the computer, so it would give power from the AC wall, the outlet, into the computer. And she couldn't get it to boot. And I get on site, and it's disconnected. I'm like, oh, well, you got to give it power.
Yeah.
Like we don't need that peripheral anymore, and they took it out. Well, that was feeding power.
Yeah. It's passed through.
I'm hoping it's that issue, but I won't know until I get more information. I couldn't talk to her today, so I should call her on the phone. We're gonna have a phone call tomorrow, and if I can't figure it out on the phone,
It's probably simple. I think you probably figured it out. Yeah. Because you are talking about a more senior persons using tech, right?
Well, I'm a big fan of those Chromebooks, baby, because they just work. They never not work, and you can't destroy them. You can't load them up with viruses. They just always work. A coffee shop with a cardiologist off. There you go.
Where did John come up with these things?
He's John.
What are two businesses combined that make no sense but almost sound legitimate?
Yeah, I might have to change my laptop soon. It's so slow right now. Oh man. Yeah. It's just there's not enough memory in Chrome. Chrome is just a memory hog. Yeah.
It got better now that they're sleeping the tabs. Did you notice? Like
Yeah.
some tabs
Yeah.
I don't know what they call it, paused or whatever, but they're not taking up active memory.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be dead in the water if it wasn't for that. I mean, on my laptop, that is. This computer.
Freaking lasers.
Freaking lasers.
It's a doggy.
Hey, this little doggy.
Did you enjoy your bone? Mommy gave
What
you
did
a
he
bone.
say? Remote? Remote offices for those that are preparing
For a colonoscopy, comes with a desk and a toilet
Oh
seat.
my god. John, what are you doing? You combined them like
Yeah. Yeah, you just had yours recently, didn't you?
yeah. I was told I have to eat more fiber.
Yeah, well, of course. Of course he's gonna say that.
I love when the doctor says to you, you know, you don't have to come back, what is it, every 10 years or something? He said, but you can come back in 6. Why am I different that I have to come back in 6?
'Cause he-
I was like,
Because he's a partner in the colonoscopy thing. That's what I told him.
not my thing. I was like, there's nothing wrong with me. Why are you making me come early?
Our general doctor is a partner in a colonoscopy business, and every time we go there, he's like, "You want a colonoscopy?" Well, am I due?
The best was the day that he's a little heavier, right? So it's not so easy for him to move, right? He's like getting down, he's huffing and puffing. He gets back up, he goes, "You ready for the flu shot?" I was like, "I ain't getting no flu shot."
Yeah,
Meanwhile, he's huffing and puffing in the box to go get the shot.
yeah.
He's like, "I just did all that, and now you're not getting it." I was like, "No." He said, "You should have asked me before." What did he say now?
He's got to get in shape, that guy.
2 years ago now.
Time flies.
It's okay.
I guess that was for his. I've had 3 of them already, man. I don't know what the spacing is, but I know I've had 3.
It's supposed to be 5 years, but after my first one, they're like, "Well, we need to see you in 3." I was like, "Damn." I had one at 50 and one at 53, and then my next one will be 58.
Yeah, you ever notice the doctor makes an aid? Like, he's like, "Oh, you're 53 now? Oh, you need to go for this test." And I'm like, yeah, but you said when I went how many years ago that it was like a certain age, and now because I'm that age, you have to go for it?
That's how it works, man. They remind you how old you are, and you're like, "Yep, you're up. You're up."
I did the chingos. I took a chance.
Shingle shot, yeah.
Yeah, I need to get that. They say that is one thing you do not want to get.
My boss had it. Oh my god, he said it was so painful. And then one of my coworkers, she got it, but she was under 50, so they couldn't give it a shot.
Oh.
Because you have to be 50 and older.
Wow.
So she was 40-something. She got it. And now when she doesn't want to get it again, they can't give it to her.
I think you need 2 of them, right? You can't
Yeah.
Yeah. If you do the first one and you don't go for the second one, the first one doesn't count. You have to go for the second one. So, what does he say? Pro advice: have a girlfriend that is willing to deal with you going through the corner.
Yeah. Well, Laura's pretty supportive too.
Yeah, when I go by myself, and then when I leave, she's like, "You know, you can't go home by yourself." I said, "Yeah, my cab's outside. They're waiting for me." I go across the street. I get on the bus.
Too, man.
I'm like, "Stuart, I'll be home in 2 hours. If I'm
I
not
tell
home,
her if you
come
don't
and get me."
If you don't feel good, just take the cab. But she didn't want
to. I was like, "No, I ain't paying."
My office won't let you take ride sharing. You have to be picked up by someone you know. I don't know why they haven't.
So the anesthesia, they're afraid that you're gonna get on some heavy equipment and kill somebody.
But I am smart about it.
Ride sharing? No, but I'm like.
Oh, I get what you're saying, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they won't let you take it.
Right.
I don't know why they're so strict.
Yeah, the lady was like, "It's cold outside." I said, "It's not cold outside. I'll be okay. Don't worry. I'm all right. Fine." I said, "Do it. I'll be home like an hour and a half. If I'm not home, then come and get me."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I didn't wait for anybody. Yeah. One time I was there for you, wasn't it? One time I was there. When you woke up?
Oh, you did when I went for some kind of procedure, but it wasn't a colonoscopy.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Yeah.
I went to the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, I forget. They all kind of blur together after a while.
That one was they told you go eat breakfast, and next minute they called you and they said I was done. Remember?
Yeah.
That was on a boot memorial. They
Yeah.
start that stuff at 6:30 in the morning.
Sure, they got a lot
You
of
leave
patience
at
to get
5
through,
o'clock
man.
in the morning.
The best slot to get is first on the docket, because then you don't have to be hungry as long. You can just
Yeah,
wake
oh
up
my
and-
god.
Yeah, that propofol or propofol,
Yeah,
however you
propofol.
call it,
Uh-huh.
it is crazy. The first time I did it, you know, because they injected you.
Yeah,
and
looks
I'm
like milk.
Oh, and she's like, "Honey, are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, my hand's a little cold." And he goes, "Oh, that's not a big, that's normal." And I remember I was looking at the anesthesiologist's face, and then everything glitched. It's like I saw like 6 lines of my vision, like 6 horizontal rows of my vision, where everything was sort of slanted, but just it wasn't.
Yeah.
It was so uniform, and it was like just 5 pixels in this row were like shifted, and it was the same thing below, and the same thing. It was evenly spaced. It was the weirdest thing. And I was like, oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
It's scary though, because they tell you first of all that's the best sleep you ever get.
Yeah, I
And
felt
it's
so
like
rested.
really freak
Yeah.
you, because then when they wake you up, it's like, holy shit, what did you do to me during that time? You know?
Yeah, that's why Michael Jackson was hooked on it, man. You get some sleep, boy. You get some
Yeah.
real deep sleep.
when
Yeah.
they shocked me, I was in the ER for something different.
They shocked you.
Well, with the
Yeah, when your heart stopped?
the paddle.
Yeah.
Well, I had AFib. They were trying
Oh.
to reset my heart. They put me on the propofol. They knocked me out for it. And when I went out, I didn't see those awesome glitches. But when I woke up, I was loopy as it took about a minute and a half to come down off of it, and it was weird. Like it was it was, I can't even describe it, but I was just in a different, like I was there but I wasn't there, and then I was a little bit more me, and then I slowly kind of came back. It was the strangest.
The brain's trying to boot up, yeah.
And then they offer you, what is it, crackers and
Yeah.
apple juice or something. What do you want, cookies
Yeah.
or apple juice or whatever? I'm like, that's what you're giving me?
Yeah.
Right.
It's not a fair trade. You yeah. Yeah. I generally feel rested from those propofol. Yeah.
I'm like, do you have any allergies to anesthesia? I'm like, nope, knock me out.
Yeah. You ever see it? It looks white milk like looking. Yeah.
Yeah, because I said, yeah, my hand's cold. She goes, oh, that's okay. And I was like, I don't think it's working. She's like, it's working. Then everything glitched and I was out.
I don't even remember anything. All I know is when he gave it to me, next minute, I was
Yeah.
in the recovery room.
sometimes
and I
they
was like, wow.
Sometimes they'll tell you to count.
yeah.
You'll never get past 3. Yeah.
It's instant. It's instant.
Yeah.
It's really
I'm sorry. Well, when they do this, it's instant. When they give you the shot, it takes about 45. It takes about 30 seconds. It's not right away with the shot.
Yeah.
But it's scary though. It's just like, what? You could do that to somebody? It's only for 10 minutes or whatever they're doing, or however
Yeah.
long
20
you're
minutes. Yeah, it's amazing how they time the dosage to you waking up, and I think they give you an propofol type thing to wake you up. It's not perfectly timed. I think they give you some kind of opposite. Medicine.
Like I remember when my mom had to go for her surgery for cancer and everything. Oh my God, she said she was in there for 7 hours. I mean, how much anesthesia could they possibly give you for 7 hours?
Yeah, that's a danger when you do that long. Yeah, sure.
But yeah, you don't know how long you've been out. Like you go out and you wake back up.
Yeah, total time loss.
You're in the recovery room. Yeah. when I was in the OR, they put the mask over me. They told me to count, and I was only breathing out. I was like, 10, 9, not breathing in, I'm not breathing in. I was like, then I was
gotcha.
I don't think it's working. That's when she uses
the chloroform. Yeah.
Who is it? My sister, she said she went for knee surgery or something. And she said at one point, because she had like a lot with her breathing and stuff, that they don't give too much anesthesia because they don't want to. But she felt them like working on her. She's like, I feel you.
That's one of my biggest fears, being like half awake. Oh my God.
She's like, they didn't want to give too much because of
she's
breathing
got
or whatever.
respiratory issues. Yeah.
Wow.
As long as you don't feel the pain, the pressure maybe, but not
they
pain.
Numbed her, even though they're out. I wonder if they do any numbing.
They numb the area, yeah. I would hope so.
That's weird because when you do get the numbing stuff, you can't feel pain, but you can feel pressure.
Yeah, like what are you doing down there?
Tugging and
yeah.
It's not like totally dead sensation. It's just there's just no pain. I'm like, oh God, what's happening?
How about these brain surgeries? These people like, oh, is everything all right? They're talking to you to make sure they're not messing up your speech and everything.
Well, there's no nerves in the brain.
Yeah.
It's so complicated. They ain't got room for it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And now they got, it's not even, it's robots doing this stuff too, right?
Well, there's robots are assisting the surgeon. It's not like they're doing it by themselves.
Yeah.
But yeah, robot-assisted surgeries. Yeah, very popular now.
My doctor numbed my neck, and he put so much in. Like, all up my head was numb. Like, it was, this whole area was... He just stuck me like right there, and like I couldn't feel my ear, I couldn't feel the side of my head, I couldn't feel my nose. I don't know how that stuff works. I'm like, you'd think it would just be local, right? No, it just.
Yeah, I guess it depends where they stick you too. Yeah.
Oh, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's like when they do your teeth and stuff, and you get the numbness.
Yeah.
You don't feel like your lip. You could bite your lips how many times?
I've done it. Come home like somebody punched me in the lip, and it's like,
oh my, yeah,
the bites.
You bit your lip so bad.
I was so hungry after the dentist that I ate, and I tried to. Like, why is this so chewy? Like I'm chewing on myself.
It was big too.
Yeah. I won't do that again.
More propofol and everything. I was like, oh my God.
Like somebody punched me in the face. Yeah.
Crazy.
That's funny stuff.
I watched most of that movie that you recommend, Mickey.
Oh, I didn't see it yet. Yeah, it's supposed to be pretty funny.
It was a fun flick. It was pretty interesting. I didn't get through the whole thing, but
yeah,
I'm gonna watch it.
Probably watch it later today. I forgot I had it. Laura's like, why don't you watch a movie? I totally forgot about that one.
I kept suggesting things to you. We're just like,
yeah. I mean, it's a pretty popular actor. I heard the story was pretty funny. I just remember the trailer. She's like, did you read this whole thing? He's like, yeah. The thing he signed, the waiver. Yeah.
It's like the Pope passed away. So the movie that they came out with, what is it called? Consulate, I think it's called.
I don't know. You watched it. I didn't.
I can't think of
It's
the
on
name.
Amazon
Anyway,
Prime.
but they said the streaming was like so many numbers, and then once you passed, the streaming was like billions. And then they put it on Amazon Prime for free.
Well, it's
if
a hot
people
topic.
had it.
So yeah,
I watched it. It was okay.
if you're into that.
It had an interesting twist to it. It was interesting. So how they get the black smoke is when they do the voting, they burn the what do you call
What, the ballot
the
itself?
ballots? Yeah.
Yeah. When they pick a new pope, yeah.
It turns it. Yeah, they finally pick. It turns white. They lock them all in a room together until the votes are done, or something like that. Yeah. Laura's into all that. She's into the royals too. She's into that stuff. Whenever the queen does something, Laura's like, "Oh, did you hear? Did you hear?" And I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." I just listen and nod my head. Yeah.
I think it's interesting how they do all that stuff. The poor man is like 88 years old and he's still got to be dragged around everywhere before he dies.
Put him in the Pope mobile. Literally the day before, right? They were propping him up, moving him around.
Yeah, it's like he's a puppet and everything.
He's trying to bless the crowd. He can barely move his hand to the right. Yeah. He was not in good shape, that's for sure.
The poor man was in the hospital how many times?
Yeah, like 3 weeks for pneumonia, and to prop him up just for Easter. They just wanted to get to Easter. That's it. Wow.
And he got a visit from what's his name? JD.
Oh yeah. But we're not supposed to get political on here. But JD Vance was the last to JD was the last to see him.
The last to see him. 24 hours, literally.
Caught a lot of flack for that. Yeah.
No, but I like some of the stuff like that. They do all that stuff, you know. You met a cardinal, didn't you? Do it?
Huh?
You met a cardinal, didn't
Oh
you?
yeah, I was doing a job. When I was doing electrical. So we had to change the lines in the penthouse for air conditioning unit on the whole. The Archdiocese has a building in Manhattan. I forget the address. Where all the penguins and everybody is. They were changing the ace. The what? What?
The Cardinals.
Yeah. Well, all the Cardinals and I call them, the penguins were there too. So don't worry.
What's a penguin?
The penguin. The nuns.
Oh.
Yeah. You can tell I'm a good Catholic, right? So,
Yeah.
I was in the elevator, all covered in dirt. We're pulling out the main wires for the AC system for the whole building. It's like another 84 building, huge. So we had to get to the AC unit. We have to go through the penthouse of the building, which the cardinal resides. So it depends if he was home or not, and how many trips I had to take up and down the elevator because I was taking all materials up, materials down. Whatever I had to do, I had to go through his where he lived. So eventually he got on the elevator with me, and he's looking at me, and I'm all covered in dirt, and I got all these cables on my shoulders. And I was like, "Can you hit the button for me there?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." He's just looking at me, and he goes, "Is there anything I should know?" And I was just like, "No, this is standard. Everything's fine. We're just changing the wiring in your ACs." And then the door opens, all the penguins get on, and he's kind of just looking at me because I'm completely covered in filth. And my next line was going to be like, "There was no other elevators to get up to that department, that section, sir." So, but he's kind of looking at me like, "What am I doing?"
And it was one of the popular ones.
Yeah, no, I was happy to see him. I was almost stunned to see him. I mean, they told me it might happen, but you still get starstruck when you see it. I was like, "Oh, he's a funny guy." When you see him on video and stuff, and the way he holds himself, he was just funny.
He's got, I can't think of his name, but he's very, very popular.
Yeah. But I remember, Dad, I was so funny. He gets on. Anything I should know? No, sir. Everything's fine. Yeah. we actually taking the wire to get scrapped because the whole deal was we had to change the main power lines, so all the power lines that come out are scrap metal. So we make sure we keep that stuff. We throw it in the truck and bring it right to the recycling center. Got a lot of money for it. Yeah, but it was a big job too, man. Those air handlers, you can step into the air handlers. They have like big airtight doors you can step into, and the fans are like, I don't know, probably the size of your house, spinning. To move all the air through the building. Yeah,
Right.
we had to go in there and disconnect the wires and pull them out. So they take a while to actually stop too. So we have to wait until they slow down, and then they stick something in there so they don't accidentally spin while we're in the chamber,
Oh my god!
and disconnect the cable. Disconnect the cables to the large motors. Yeah, it was a huge job. Yeah. So you can imagine how filthy I was if I was in the fan itself. You know what I mean? And they were just like, "Come on, bring this stuff to the truck." And I'm like, everybody's gonna see me just. It was completely covered. Yeah.
Been on an episode of Dirty Jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
And this is what I used to sit. I used to sit and work all day, and then Stu would tell me all his stuff, and I'd be like, "Please come home alive. Please come home."
Yeah.
Don't tell me you fell off something, or you got electrocuted, or.
Yeah. She's like, "Can't somebody else go in there?" And I'm like, "No, that's my job." Yeah. That was funny. What was? I don't remember his name. Dolan.
Dolan? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Dolan.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cardinal Dolan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's a cute little. Well, not little guy. He was.
He's always got the jokes. He's a funny guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Irish, I believe. Yeah. I was back in my 20s, man. I was thin and trim and doing all the hard work, all the hard labor, man.
And you had the long hair and
I
everything.
I had long hair too at the time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But it was up in a hat at the time, so it wasn't like I had it all out in the elevator. Yeah. You can't because you get, it's dangerous at work. Yeah. Yeah. You have any star stories or you meet anybody famous? Yeah.
Not too many folks. I saw some people when I went on the NBC studio tours.
Oh, those are fun.
Who was the senator that from Saturday Night Live that stepped down because there was a
I don't remember.
untoward. He was Stuart Smalley. Remember the and it was like positive affirmation type of funny character.
No, I
what's
don't
his
remember that
name?
one.
Let me Google it. Al Franken.
Oh yeah, John had already put it in. Al Franken. Yeah, I like Al Franken.
Yeah.
He's a good guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. He's a senator. That's right. Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
For a very short while. Yeah. Other stars.
I'd like to meet him.
I try to. I don't know. I'm always afraid that they're not going to be who I think they are in person.
That's what they say, right? Don't meet your heroes.
Remember the time we went to Central Park and we saw what's her name, the girl from Felicity, and she was looking at you. Please don't say it. Like,
Yeah,
that looks like don't say.
I had said it. She was in a pack of people running alongside her. And I said, "Felicity." She just looked at me like, boom, and I was just like, just like, don't fuck with me. Don't ruin this. She's running with anonymity, whatever you call it. Yeah.
Incognito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've met most of the Walking Dead. We used to go to Comic Cons all the time.
Oh my god! Remember we met? What's his name?
Yeah. Well, we got pictures with.
Rogan.
No, what's his name? Wasn't Rogan?
Whose real name is that?
Oh,
What's his...
yeah. His name is Merle on the show.
Merle.
The guy who had his hand cut off. I don't know if you ever watched The Walking Dead.
So
Oh,
can we
yeah.
tell the funny story?
Oh,
that
Laura was watching Kathy and Regis Lee the next day, the day before he was on,
And
being interviewed.
And I'm having a whole conversation with him, and then he's tapping my back.
So yeah,
in the back.
He's got his arm around Laura, and he's like rubbing her back and stuff. And I'm just standing there like, motherfucker. What the fuck? And I'm like, I should have expected this from Merle. He's pretty much like he is on the show in person. I was just like, wow. I mean, I wasn't gonna punch him or nothing, but I was just like, look at this son of a bitch. He's all hugging up on her. Oh yeah, hey baby, what's happening? You know? Oh, you saw me on Regis? Yeah. He's like all getting into it. And she's all smiling red, just like she is now. You see, she's blushing. Yeah. I was like, son of a bitch. Instead of if his hand went any lower, man.
He's like, he had like four people before that were like little kids, older people. He got this young couple that comes up.
He finally got an adult.
He got the tank top and boots and everything, and he's like, whoa.
Yeah, she was dressed up. Yeah. Yeah, he did one of those. He kind of like gave you the up and down, and like, yeah, baby, hey, what's happening? Yeah. And I was like, I got to pay for this too. Because you got to pay for the photo and the autograph. Yeah.
But before that, I got what's her name? Andrea. She snudged me. Remember?
Oh yeah. You probably heard this story already.
Well, I went up and I was like, oh, I don't want to take a picture with her. And Stuart's like, you gotta be careful. They may hear you.
This Comic-Con, it was one of the first Comic-Cons. Oh, Wizard Con. There wasn't that many people there. So while we were trying to decide who, because we didn't have a lot of money, so we said we have to pick carefully who we're going to get an autograph from. It may be the only one. So I kept mentioning different names, the different people who were here from The Walking Dead. And Laura was like, no. I said, Andrea. No. She was right behind Laura. She gave gave her the look of death. I was just like, oh my God. And I was just like, Laura, she's right behind you. Laura's like, I don't care. And I was like, you should see the face she gave you. And she's walking with Carl, the young boy. She was like, come on, Carl. Like, because we were about to say hi to him. She was like, come on, let's go. And they walked away from us. I was just like, oh, you just got snubbed by Andrea. Oh my God. I was like, that's so foul.
We had fun at that one.
We laughed about it, but it was like, it was just the worst timing with us trying to discuss who we're going to get.
We saw Henry Winkler, who was like 2 minutes.
Oh, Henry Winkler was great. Yeah.
Patrick Stewart.
He's very down to earth. He's
such a sweetheart. He's exactly like you'd expect. Oh my God.
We met the green guy from the Power Rangers. He passed away, but
yeah,
I got a picture with him.
Did you see Henry Winkler in the show Barry?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, he watched that.
I love that show.
Yeah, he's very good at that show. Yeah. Oh, excellent. Who's the guy, the creator of Marvel? Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot his name. Yeah, Stan Lee. We got to meet Stan Lee.
Oh yeah, we met Stan Lee.
We did a whole hour. We did a whole hour of a panel with him shortly before he died. So I'm glad we got to do that. Yeah. We were in the front row too. It was so good.
And there were 2 people from True Blood. One of the vampires.
Yeah, the King of Louisiana and Patrick Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
They were on back-to-back in panels. We saw them. Front row again.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the best cons. It was like the first con we ever went to, and it was the best one.
It was at Pier.
It was like nobody there.
Pier
so
17
we were. You got to meet everybody, talk to them for a few minutes. It wasn't like mobbed at all. Yeah. Yeah, we got lucky there. Our brother, my older brother, invited us last minute, and he was like, "It's good. It's last minute. It's gonna be good," and it was. It was. Yeah, he knew how to pick it. Yeah. It wasn't the regular Comic-Con. It was called Wizard Con.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a new up and coming group of that were putting on these events, and it was like, "That's exactly what you want." He goes, "As long as you see the right people on the roster." He goes, "Who cares what this company is? These people are going to be there. Let's go."
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one girl I went to high school with, she does the cons. She dresses up too.
Yeah.
She makes her own costumes and does all that. She loves it.
Sure.
I'm like, I don't really, not really my thing. I'd like to go. I mean, it seems like fun, but I don't think I would be,
Yeah, dressing up.
You know, like when Stuart used to go, I was like, I'm not doing that. I said, that's too claustrophobic at Jacob's Avocent. I can't.
Yeah, it's a lot of
Way
people, man.
too many people.
It didn't start in the Jacob Javits. Only when it got big enough,
Yeah.
it did the Jacob Javits. It was actually in a comic book store. I forgot what street. We were actually at the first Comic-Con. And I got an autograph by Carrie Fisher. She spelled my name wrong. I was like, "Oh, she put STEW," and I was like, "Oh, you got it wrong." She wound up crossing it out and writing it again. I was like, like just mangled the fucking photo. I was like, "Thank you." Oh, yeah. Like, what do you say? Inside I'm screaming, but nice to meet you.
But she was like that one. I didn't go with you, but
No.
she was in a little room, and it was like, oh my god, all these people that they had in.
Yeah, there was a huge line. They had this tent made up for her, so you couldn't see her unless you paid. But it was in a comic book store. Yeah, crazy. I think you went once with us with what's his Eric's girlfriend and stuff.
Maybe.
You don't remember going there? There was a guy from.
Might have.
There was a guy from. That one.
There was the Saturday Night Live guy. Not Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Fever. They were in there. There was one of the girls were in there.
Yeah, you went to one or two with me in the beginning. Yeah, but it was all before Jacob Javits. Yeah. Whoever got those early days really had a treat. Now it's just mob. Too crazy. And the scalpers, people can hardly get tickets now. Scalping is a huge thing. Yeah. What happened?
Went to a lot of Mac Worlds at Jacob Javits Center.
Yeah, that was always fun. The technology shows. Yeah, I haven't been to one in a while. I used to go to Samsung, but I stopped following their shows. My brother somehow he was on the pulse of it. Anytime they came out with something, he would get tickets. I'm sure if I tried a little bit more, I probably could get them. Yeah, they hold big events. Samsung, they got the money for entertainment and.
Oh, those were fun.
Yeah.
The one that had the DJ.
Well, I'm sure the Apple events too. It's like there's no. They can afford everything, so they got all these new nice speakers and entertainment, probably all the hors d'oeuvres and all. They do all the bells and whistles.
That was the one we went to where we got the card, the Samsung card.
Yeah, it was a Note event, the launch for the Note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We got wasted, man. Open bar and everything. I was like, Laura, you go up, you get 2. I go up, I get 2, so we don't have to get back online. Like, my husband's right over there. Can I get another one? Sure.
You know how to work it. That's
sure.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he tells me the tricks before we go and what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do. And
yeah, my other brother's like, you can get back online, right? I was like, no. We're getting 4 in a shot, man.
What was the one where they had the whole bar where it was all glasses?
Oh, that was another Samsung event. Yeah, I don't remember what product it was. Oh, It was the 3D. It was a 3D television
Yeah.
with a modular. They were actually trying to make the smart part compartment, the smart part portion of the TV, removable, so you can upgrade it. Never caught on.
That's pretty smart.
It never caught on though, but they were trying to push that for a while.
Yeah.
And 3D
Everything's
glasses,
like
some 3D glasses too.
We had the pictures
Yeah.
with the 3D glasses and
yeah.
everything. You were
Mhm.
Matt.
Yeah.
Matt.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we showed them online before. Yeah. Yeah, but Apple, don't they show? They do a show every year because they launch a phone every year. You would think they have a party, right? No.
Well, that's a good question. I mean, it's a very short list of people that are invited. And now they do it at their own Apple Park. They have a showroom on campus.
Oh, right.
You go underground. It's at the Steve Jobs Theater. That's where they do it now. Because they got tired of renting out these big venues. It was costing a
Yeah.
lot of money. But not that Apple doesn't have it, but it was just, why schlep everything?
Yeah. And they got such a beautiful
go.
campus already. Yeah.
And now that they've been doing it since COVID, where it was all pre-produced, they're like, people are like, well, we just like the pre-produced ones. I don't know, have they done any like in-person live events
I don't know.
in the Steve Jobs Theater? It seems all, because they when they do their announcements, it's always just a video. You just tune into the live stream, and it just live streams, and then it ends.
Yeah.
This is the new computer. This is the new laptop. This is the new iPad. This is the new watch. And
That's probably just a handful of press that they asked for. Yeah. Like if you had a press
maybe
pass,
they do.
could you go?
No.
Yeah.
Where's WWDC 3? Like the Worldwide Developer WWDC, the Worldwide Developers Conference from Apple. Well, I wonder where that's located.
Yeah.
If it's in the Steve Jobs Theater, I doubt it's in the Steve Jobs Theater. Anyway, who knows?
Samsung even did the what is that place where the Rockets are? I forget this.
Radio City Music
Radio
Hall?
City Music Hall. That was a great location. They did very good party over there too.
That was the one for sure that they did.
That's the one that did the memory cards.
Yeah, the memory card.
Yeah, they gave out black envelopes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my friends were impressed. They were like, "Oh, how did you get invited to that?" I was just like, "I don't know. I wasn't even impressed. My brother got tickets somehow. He was always getting tickets to these things." They're like, "Oh, you got a discount a code or something?" I was just like, "No, I just went to the party, man." Yeah, like all hobnobbing with all the CEOs. A lot of Asian or Japanese or whatever you want to call it. I forget where are they based. Is it Japan?
Korean.
Korean.
No, Samsung, South Korea.
Yeah, I forget. Sorry, so don't offend anybody out there. But yeah,
It's okay.
there was a lot of suits, man. A lot of suits.
I like big corporate parties. So I went to the Smartsheet conference. They had a big rager of a party at the end. It was the main hall, where the keynote was. Took out every chair, and it was just a party. Open bar, food. They had different food stations. They had games. It was nuts.
Sure.
It was nuts.
Yeah, I haven't been to one in a while. Yeah, I went to a Synology one, and I actually got a job at the Synology. Did I tell you that?
No.
There was a Synology event. They were talking about the new security. They're built in. Synology has a security. Depending on the model you have, you can do security with it, like DVR your cameras, and do quick playback and all that stuff. So I went, and then during the meet and greet portion of it, they had food and d'orbs and all that. they had different booths to show off their wares and different softwares. And a guy comes up to me and goes, "Oh, you're an installer, right?" Because it said, Stewart Video Tech Install. And I said, yes. I started talking to him for a few minutes, and then he had asked me to do a conference room video for a conference room. He's like, "I'd rather hire a professional than get all into it myself, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Sure, I come, give you an estimate, whatever, So I wind up being some like, actually, I shouldn't say their name. So some big outfit in Manhattan. And I wind up doing a lot of cabling for them. I didn't do what he originally wanted me to do. Like, somehow that got squashed, or they didn't know what they wanted to do. So he's like, "Oh, in the meantime, can you do some cabling for me? Because I seen on your website that you're a low voltage guy, so you know all this stuff about the cabling. I need new runs to this office, to these printers. Can you do that for me?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." That's the one with the projects I was bringing Laura on with the ladder. Do you remember me mentioning that?
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, at one of these like hors d'oeuvre party / tech events, the guy just plucked me out of the crowd and had me to run all his cables for him.
Isn't that crazy?
I was just like, "What?"
Nuts.
I was like, I wasn't expecting that. I was totally out of left field. I was like, "Sure, I'll do it." Yeah. So you can't say it'll never happen. You think to yourself, no way. The guy came like from across half the room. Was like, "Hey," he must have had eagle eye on my badge. Because I wasn't wearing a shirt that said anything.
Okay.
I was kind of freaked out by it. I was like, "Who? Yo, what? What do you want to do?"
I did 2 days with you, right?
Yeah, I did 2 or 3 days on my own, and then I brought you in. You wanted to expand even more. Yeah.
I did the last 2 days or something with you.
Yeah, 2 days back to back.
Mm-hmm.
Which was only 7 runs, but they get hard to do. Those some runs will take longer than others.
And I didn't fall off the ladder.
Yeah, she was like, "It's too high." It's like, "It's only 6 feet." Talking about. And then at the end of the day, she was like, "That was kind of fun." And I was like, "Yeah, you see."
Well, you
Get out of your comfort zone.
Like with the TV, I was all nervous. Guys, she's telling me, we're in a house, it's pent this, you can't do this. And I'm like, all nervous. And then afterwards, I was like, "Oh, it's a breeze."
Yeah.
And I'm like, you can't.
You had a panic attack, but yeah.
I didn't.
And I have to do it quietly, like, don't let them see you panicking. It's like, they can come up the stairs any minute. Just sit. I was like, "No matter what you do, just don't drop the TV." Yeah, she was like, "It's too heavy." And I'm like, "You're holding it fine." What are you? She's telling me this while she's holding it. She's not losing her grip or anything. She has it all fine. It was all in her head. It was like, "You're fine." Like, just keep moving. Breathe.
Wow.
Yeah. I guess it's the environment, because everything's so, so big and grand and posh. And, you don't want to mess up. It's a little pressure.
And then it's like everything has to be perfectly backed. You remember the sock was there?
Oh, what I do is I take a picture of the room because I got to move furniture. So I want to put it back where it was. So I take a picture of the room, and then I, look at the picture and make sure that it's not too much to the left, too much to the right, because some of these cabinets are really heavy. I have to put sliders underneath the feet. And if I don't put it in the right spot, somebody else is going to have to move it, or we'll have to come back and move it again. So I make sure. I was like, "Laura, this is how I do it." I take a picture, and she was looking at me like, "Huh?" I was like, "Yeah, you'll see." I have to roll back the area rug. There's a couple of socks strewn on the chair. I want to make sure they go back where they go, wherever, whatever. Like, we weren't here. I don't want to, Yeah, I vacuum. As I'm making holes, she's vacuuming. Because I don't want dust floating anywhere else. Yeah.
We're very clean. We're very clean. What's the word? Professionally, when we clean, because there was not anywhere.
Yeah,
you wouldn't even know that we were there. That's how.
Yeah. I mean, it may take a little longer, but that's what they're paying for. They want it up like magic. Even in the regular electric, how dirty we can get when you leave, they want it like you were never there. Yeah. Yeah.
I get it.
Especially
People
the more,
want what they want when they want it.
especially the more they pay. They're like, "What do you mean you got to make a hole here and a hole there?" It's like it just doesn't magically go in the wall, but that's what they seem like they expect. Yeah.
Gonna phase shift it through the wall.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we don't have that technology yet.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Or I love it when they tell you last second, "Oh, but I wanted this change. I wanted that change. I figured I'd get here before you leave." It's like, we're already done. I don't. You should have told me this in the beginning.
Put in a change request.
Yeah, it's a change order. You can't. I was just like I said, moving furniture and everything else. It's a 2-man job no matter what. I can't just magically make that happen for no money. Yeah. I mean, I'll accommodate. It depends how difficult it is, but most of the time you can't have changes near the end. You should have thought of this. Yeah. Again, like magic.
If they got there at the beginning of the job, there's a
Yeah.
greater chance.
Yeah.
At the end of the job, when all the furniture's moved back.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have the video on YouTube? Have we did that one?
Oh, Matt saw it. He commented. I remember. Yeah. Yeah. That the time lapse video of me and Laura installing a TV. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm surprised. I don't think they noticed my camera in the corner. I had put a camera on a nightstand, a GoPro, and just let it roll. I didn't even ask permission. But there was no identifying. There's no identifying address or anything. And the one person who comes into frame, I blurred him out. So I don't think there was anything.
I'm getting really good at blurring out things on video.
Yeah, I saw that on that streaming box that you have. You were blurring out.
Oh yeah, you saw it. There was a lot blurred out there.
Yeah.
and they accepted it right away. I thought for sure there would be problems with it, but I didn't want to take any chances. That's a $360 item, that box.
Yeah.
No idea what makes it that expensive. Holy cow.
But it seems to work pretty well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
like
like
put the apps on it. Just put the apps you want from the app store on it. So you would have to put Netflix on it and Max and
Is that the one you were talking about last week?
Yeah, that's the one. Same
That's
one.
the one you were talking about last week.
Yeah.
I got that. And then I upload the video, and they're like, the one line says over a minute, and the other line says less than a minute. I'm like, so it's a 2-minute video, so I don't know if they're going to come back at me and yell at me.
Oh, they wanted it shorter? Jeez.
Well, yeah, because although the work order did say conflicting information, I think the one spot where the client writes, instead of just like the broker like template text, the template text that you see on everyone says over a minute. But then where the client wrote, or where I presume the client wrote, it said less than a minute. I was like, oh shit. But we'll see. We'll see what they.
I guess you could always edit it down.
I'll just cut it. I'll just cut it down. Yeah.
Instead of reshooting, yeah. Wow.
We'll see.
Yeah, but it seems like a good device. Yeah.
Yeah. It certainly comes with the memory chip, or what do you call it? The TF card, little card, and it comes with a USB stick, and it comes with the HDMI cable. Came with
the keyboard mouse combo.
That keyboard was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So you could even do the mouse button and then use the left, right, up, down keys. There's like a plus pad, and you could move the mouse around and then you could click the mouse because you could like it put up a Google browser. I'm like, oh, Chrome browser on your TV. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, let's see what would work. I tried to go to matthaas.com, which is the Notion backend. I use Notion to do my website, and it's like this browser's not compatible with Notion. I was like,
Oh.
because it's probably some ancient version of Chrome, you know.
Yeah.
Probably. or Chrome. Maybe there's like a minimal version. Who knows?
Yeah.
But
I never tried that on my TV box.
I don't
Doing-
recommend it.
Doing browsing on that? No.
No,
Just the apps.
That's a recipe for they did that in the 90s with web TV. It was stupid.
Yeah.
Internet TV or whatever it was.
Yeah. Gotta keep
Never took.
gotta keep something separate. Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
That's true. I don't even know if there's an updated.
Getting late, folks.
Yes,
You know,
it
yeah.
is. What are we doing on time?
At least
2
2
hours and
hours.
6 minutes.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh wow! Yes. Yeah. Oh, we had some good conversation today.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. When I always get worried, like, what are we going to talk about? We always come up with something. So.
Always come up with something.
Yeah.
Some things I didn't even talk about too. Did some fun things this weekend, but you know.
Ah, well, save them. Unless you want to do some last minute, something last minute.
Well, my friend came over and we went to Philly Steak and Hoagie. So we got Philly Steak.
Oh,
and
that's always
Hoagies.
fun.
And he helped me shoot a video in the car. Car videos are hard to shoot because it's shaky cam, you know, like where you set up a tripod on the seat and the tripod falls over. I haven't
Yeah.
quite figured out filming in the car. And we had a house guest this week. Tracy's sister came out.
Oh, that's fun.
So we also went to Philly Steak and Hoagie. So I had Philly Steak and Hoagie within a 4-day span. No complaint. And,
Yeah.
we saw a bunch of runners, Laura. We were at the day before, we were at a strip mall getting dinner, and all these people were just there. And they all had like the smart watches.
Mhm.
And then I like, oh, these are all runners because they were.
Mm-hmm.
And then I looked a little closer, and they had like, you know, gear that you would typically have with running, and someone had their dog there, and they were just running up and down the sidewalk with the dog. I'm like, oh, they must be meeting up, and there must be like some sort of
There's
meetup
a
event.
race, I think, in Philly. They have a
Oh,
it's either
sure.
a marathon or a half marathon.
Yeah,
They
I'm
do one
sure.
in Philly. Mm-hmm.
So,
Every state's got to
and then
represent.
went to Christie's Whistle Stop too, and I only had to go around the block once because it was full capacity, no parking. But that's always fun.
Yeah. Gotta have your ice cream.
Oh, I feel bloated. It's just it's a lot of
There was
ice
like
cream.
what
The
was it,
portions are so big.
When did we go?
What, Laura?
Thursday? Friday. Friday we went to eat for pizza, and then I was telling Stuart, I said, "Oh, we could go get Carvel," and then we went across the street.
Yeah.
We got Carvel.
Get the $8 shake. Yeah.
Oh,
I always complain about the
doing
price.
that.
I always complain about the price.
I said, "Just enjoy it."
Milkshakes are banging.
Yeah.
The best milkshakes were at Penn National Racecourse back in the 70s, the late 70s, when I used to go when I was 9 years old or whatever like that. My parents would take us, and
JD
they had
says
the
hello.
old-timey mixers, whole milk. Jaden,
Hey,
hello,
Jaden.
Jaden. Yeah, whole milk, real ice cream, and they put it in the mix.
Oh, yeah, you gotta.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, they were delicious.
Yeah. Even though they put that mixer, I like to have all the junk put in there. You know, like sprinkles and candy bits or whatever. You know, you get it all in there. Even though it chops it up so fine, I'd still love to have it in there. Yeah. Just wind up scooping it out of the bottom. All. Yeah.
I took a picture of the toppings that you can get at Christie's Whistle Stop because I never really stopped to really analyze them all. There is like crazy stuff. Let me run through them. Like
Sure.
you tell me which one. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 30 of them.
30.
So there's chocolate chips, oatmeal cream pies, chocolate chip cookie, cotton candy, Captain Crunch, toasted coconut, vanilla Oreos, Andes candies, chocolate pretzels, potato chips,
Oh my
cannoli
God.
pieces, pepperoni patty, cheesecake
Pepperoni
bites,
patty.
brownie bites, peanut butter crunch, butterfingers, butterscotch crimpets, pineapple coconut, red velvet peanuts, tandy cake sprinkles, blueberry apple,
Wow.
Reese's pieces, banana split, wild cherry cookie dough,
Oh
cocoa
my
pebbles,
God.
and taco tacos.
Wow.
Wow. Jesus. And that's just the toppings,
Hurricane
not the ice creams available, which it's a
That's
whole
just yeah. It's
whole
like a
list.
blizzard. So pick your size, pick your soft serve flavor, pick your toppings, 3 max, and 4. It's like a blizzard. Like,
Yeah.
Crush it all. Crush
Yeah.
it all up. Fruit Loops, graham dust, fruity pebbles. It's just.
Yeah.
And then I got
Pretty big.
all the specialty Sundays too,
Sure.
and the Fat Mama. See the Fat Mama up there?
Mhm.
The fat
That's
mama.
the one I like right there. That's the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup.
Sure.
They have
Yeah.
the Nutter Butter Sundae, Fat Daddy, the Fat Mama,
You guys are always
Crash,
getting me hungry,
funnel
man. Making me hungry.
brownie, pineapple upside down cake, s'mores, vanilla number 3, cinnamon roll, coconut peanut butter egg, Oreo, oh boy.
Jesus.
Chocolate-covered sundae, Dusty Road, Munchie, CMP,
You know we always
train
talk about
tracks,
food.
birthday cake.
Food or ice cream, yeah.
Look at this one.
What, Elvis?
Hunka burning love.
That's cute. Topped with
Banana hand dipped ice cream topped with peanut butter sauce, marshmallow sauce, and chocolate chips. Hunka love, baby.
Sure. Yeah. You know, I gotta go get me some ice cream now.
If I didn't have a big bucket of it, I would be hungry for ice cream.
I definitely got a snack after this. I'm starving.
All right.
Well,
Well,
Alright.
I think we should probably wrap it.
Yeah.
What do you think?
thanks for the ice cream update. Sure.
Thank
always
you.
fun to always fun to talk to you. I always look forward to Saturdays. Thank you. Always and subscribe.
I did it right.
Yes.
And Laura alike.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Night.
Have a good one, man. We can
Okay.
put on the outro.